Hey, how you getting on? It's Block Nose Brown here with another cab video for you guys. A few weeks ago I made a video on the Harley Benton G412 Plus right behind me on this side, which is a Harley Benton cab you can buy unloaded from Towmont for €249. And in that video I compared it to a Marshall 1960B cab, the cab you see on the other side of me. And to do so I took Marshall G12 vintage speakers from the same cab, put one in each, mic them up with Shure SM57s and toggle back and forth with a KHE switcher. Seeing as how my objective wasn't to quantify the tonal differences between these two cabs, but much more find out if the Harley Benton cab was any good at all, I thought that was fair. The speakers are bound to sound similar, not identical. We know this from previous tests I've done myself. But I thought it was okay. But man, I should have known my audience better because I got so many comments saying I should have used the same speaker, should have used the same speaker. Guys, I just wanted to find out if the Harley Benton cab was any good at all. And yeah, it sounds good. I was very pleasantly surprised. I think for €249, you can't go wrong with this thing. But yeah, you guys wanted the scientific test, and that's what we're doing today. See this time I'm putting different speakers in the Harley Benton cab to make it an 8-ohm cab for a different video coming up. I figured this is a good opportunity. I'm going to mic up one of the speakers in the Harley Benton cab with a Shure SM57. We're going to do room EQ wizard sweeps and reamp a few riffs. Then I'm going to take that speaker out of the Harley Benton cab, put it in the same position in the Marshall cab, mic it up with the same Shure SM57 in the same relative position, and then do all that jazz again. And then we can take a look at the graphs, see how different they are, listen to the reamps, figure out how that translates tonally with our ear holes. I'm going off the rails here. And yeah. And as an added bonus, I might take the two speakers I used in that video, in the last Harley Benton video, put them in my Gossman SG ISO cab behind the cab here, do some room EQ wizard sweeps there, and see how those two speakers compare to each other, where they're different, to maybe quantify the differences from that video after the fact. Anyway, I'm going to be using my Lichtlaerm Audio Prometheus for that because it's an awesome amp. I love it very, very much. Sounds good, and it has the preamp defeat switch, which allows me to plow the room EQ wizard sweep right into the front end of that amp while bypassing the preamp and just tapping into the juicy power amp to give us, yeah, more or less clean signal for that. So yeah, I think that is enough talking. I should probably go to bed and do the rest of this tomorrow, but screw it, let's get this done. Today I learned that masking tape sticks really poorly to Marshall cab grill cloth. Anyway, I've got both cabs set up. I've marked the areas with masking tape as precisely as I could. We're going to mic up the Harley Benton cab first. I recorded 3 riffs really sloppily with my Charvel, without a click, nothing fancy, just to have something to reamp to. We're going to reamp a high gain riff, a crunchy riff, and a clean riff. Going to plow that through the Harley Benton cab, do a room EQ wizard sweep with the mic in the same position. Then I'm going to take that speaker, put it in the Marshall cab, and do the same thing, and then we'll A/B in post and see how different they sound to each other. Sound good? Good. All right. Right, with the same speakers in the cabs, the audio sounded a lot closer to me than I remember it sounding in the other video when they had two separate speakers, two Marshall G12 vintages from the same cab originally. But as I said in the intro, I made some room EQ wizard sweeps as well. I'm going to take a quick look at those. What you're seeing here is the Marshall cab in blue and the Harley Benton cab in red. And that pretty much lines up with what the Voxengo Span Plus was showing us in the playthrough part of the video there. We have a few differences here between 5 and 6K. The Harley Benton cab does a little dip here. Some slightly different transients, I suppose those are. And slightly different here in the high, mid to presence region. But overall, not as different as I expected and not hugely different. What I did as well is I took the two speakers from the original test, meaning the Marshall G12 vintage that was in the Harley Benton cab originally and the one that was in the Marshall cab originally. I took them out, put them in my Gossman SG ISO cab here with the same SM57 and did sweeps of those as well. And let's look at those. This is the sweep from the Marshall cab. I'm going to the speaker from the Marshall cab. I'm going to hide the cab sweeps here. And this is the speaker that was originally in the Harley Benton cab. And to my horror, these look more different than the cab sweeps look to each other. I mean, they basically follow the same frequency response line up to about 2.5K, 2.5K. That's where they start differing a bit. But the levels are quite different. The one that was in the Marshall cab is a good bit louder than the one in the Harley Benton cab. Let's put in the cab sweeps again. And you can see here the speakers were more different to each other than the cab. So yeah, I guess you guys were right. I was wrong. I stand corrected. Yeah, you guys were right for calling me out. So short and sweet today. You guys were right. I was wrong. I should have known better. Thank you for keeping me accountable. If you want to support me and my channel, consider using the affiliate link for Tollman down in the description below and the pinned comment if I think of pinning a comment this time. It helps me a lot. Save the economy and help your nerdy channel dude out while doing so. You could also consider becoming a Patreon of mine. That's where I upload IR packs, those speakers I demo. Apart from that, yeah, thank you so much for watching. Stick around for the next video. There's a few more speaker videos and I've got a few more cab videos planned as well. Yeah. I think that's it. Good night. Bye.